Oh no, Manny Chang. We have our own intro that you must play. The Gad variant has showed up, so please go ahead and play our intro, Emmanuel.
Yes! A record-setting night from downtown. Dragons! A triple! Overtime for Miami.
Exactly. My, have I missed you guys? Yeah. Welcome to the Five Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up. But for tonight, we are the Tigers Post Game Show because they had 3 Miami Heat starters in the game. One in particular, who I know my guy Gadiel Cartagena will talk about. Yes, I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for joining us. So tonight, I'm joined by my man Ricky J. Mark. We're joined by Ariel Latiz, Gadiel Cartagena as usual, and we have the Five Reasons Sports boy wonder himself, Brady Hart, joining us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Gad, I'm gonna let you start, bro, because your man is the man of the hour. The man, Gabriel Namdi Vincent, went ham on the USA as the Nigeria team won 90-87. So, Gad, go ahead and talk about your man Gabe for a second.
I don't have kids. I'm probably not going to have kids for a while. I'm young. I'm not doing all that stuff right now. But I'd imagine this is what it feels like to see your child accomplish something great in their life, like a father watching their son win the Super Bowl or something like that. I was so proud from the beginning of the game because you called me crazy. Everyone's called me crazy. I think Gabe Vincent is an NBA player. He may not show it all the time, may not show it 99% of the time, but that 1 fucking percent, you saw that today, and that boy was hooping. And I know everyone's going to talk about trade value. First of all, he's a 2-way contract. But no, you don't trade generational talents. You don't let that walk out the door. So Gabe Namdi Vincent, Nigeria's hero. Credit to him. We can all clap it up for him. That boy balled out today. He wasn't scared of anybody.
No, sir. And Nigeria starts 3 Miami Heat players. They also start the guy Chikezi Akpala as well as Precious Achua, both of which who had their moments in this game. Precious particularly with the block on KD. KZ with the defense on Dame Lillard. He played like full court for a couple possessions. He was really good hounding the guards. But let's go to Ricky. Ricky, I'll throw it to you. Tell me what you saw from the Naja boys today.
What I saw actually is that Brian Young, who can be found at Brian is the King on Twitter, he just made me $10 tonight because at 2:42 p.m. today on this holy Saturday, my guy KZ Okpala dropping 20 plus on the U.S. tonight. I think he spelled guaranteed wrong. If he doesn't, I'll Venmo everyone who likes, retweets, replies $10. He didn't score 10 points. He didn't score 20 plus tonight. So Brian, I'm coming. I'm coming for my money. All right.
I have no idea how you know how many points KZ scored because I can't find the box score for shit.
I have all the statistics we're gonna need for later on in the show. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, indeed.
He's listed on Coinbase, his coin, so that's usually how I keep track of that sort of thing.
Well, all I know is that Gabe Vincent scored a whopping 45 points tonight, and nobody can tell me anything different. We're gonna bring in the 2 basketball minds last. Ariel, we'll start with you since Brady's gonna have the best analysis of us all. So go ahead, Ariel. You start.
I mean, real quick, I don't know how we've gotten 3 takes in and nobody's talked about. I know that this was an exhibition, but that's one of the biggest upsets in international basketball in a very long time. Like that, I mean, that Nigeria team, I don't know if there was any betting lines going into the game. I'm sure there were somewhere, but I would imagine Team USA was a really, really, really big favorite. So real quick, I mean, like they just couldn't score the basketball. like I missed layups, all kinds of miscommunications. Like it seemed like they kind of didn't know where they were going with the basketball on a lot of possessions. I think some guys could definitely, probably get into a little bit better game shape. That's kind of to be expected, but I was so impressed with Team Nigeria. Like, it definitely felt like they took this game more seriously than Team USA did. And credit to them. Like, I mean, it felt like they couldn't miss a three all night. Precious Achua grew like 4 inches and 40 pounds, and he looks like a monster, and he crushed KD at the rim. So, nothing but good things tonight. I'm super encouraged. I'm happy to see what I saw from the Heat guys, and that was a crazy game.
I saw a few comments that I kind of agree with. Manny, if you could find a Nigerian flag, I'd be more than happy for you to put that up. So we got our first dono of this. I'm so happy that you guys are donoing on this impromptu thing that we decided to do right before tip-off. Christian Cardus, our guy, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you for the $1.99 dono. He said, found out mid-game our future Heatles were playing. Yeah, bro, you need to pay attention to Gadiel Cartagena. He keeps you up to date all the time on who's playing and when they're playing. I think you're watching the 19 and under team play earlier today.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of international basketball. I watched 2.5 of Omer Yurtseven's games last week. So if you want an update on that, I can give you the whole spiel. But
not yet. We want to hear from.
There we go.
Hey,
yes.
So this is D Tigers post game show, like I said earlier. But Brady Hawk, I feel like you're the perfect representative to talk about this. It's not he changing the colors and everything. I love it. Shout out to our man Manny Chang in the back on the ones and twos, as always. Jumped in here when we needed the most. Brady, was this? We heard Ariel talk about how this was one of the biggest upsets in international history, international basketball.
Oh Lord.
What just happened, bro? Oh, no.
It's the culture.
For the culture, Gadiel Cartagena. But listen, we heard him talk about how this is one of the biggest upsets.
That's Tyler Hero with braids on. That's what that is.
Yeah, you can read my article about that on 5reasonsports.com, by the way.
All right, I got to change that. This is cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's cool. We got to record it. It's live, so everybody already see. I feel like we haven't let Brady Hawk talk at all. So let's do that. Brady, is this more of an impressive win to you on behalf of Nigeria, or is it more disappointing on behalf of the United States?
I think it's neither. I think it's a win for the Heat. I think we saw the development overall of all the guys. He was touching on a lot of the things USA-wise that I think Nigeria had more than doubled their three-point attempts. I think it was more their attempts than the makes. That USA has more than enough floor spacers that it's kind of crazy that they were taking it in every play. But in terms of the Heat, I think there was some really good signs of Precious on defense. There was I think the one to end the half when he was guarding Beal. He's one of those guys that always falls for those type of fakes when he was kind of put out on an island, and I think it was kind of good to see him contain a bit more. KZ, he looked good in his strength area of pressing up full court, guarding Lillard. That's where he thrives. But offensively, we did not see, where he is good at. He is not. I said before the game that I thought he'd have to be more than a spot up guy, and not have to play the catch and shoot role and see more of that. And we just did not see that. We saw more spot up. It did not work when he tried to drive. That did not work either. But I think other than that, I think everything else was positive for me.
Okay, so the boy Ben called you Gad Pelosi, which I find to be hilarious. So thank you, Andrew Green, for the $4.99 dono. He said win for the Heat. Absolutely. So let's talk about some of the Heat guys. Gad, I'll let you pick one since that we had 4 Heat guys in the game. Each one of you take a Heat guy, and you can just talk about their game tonight. Of course, Gad, we know who you're going to pick, but I'll leave it up as a mystery for everybody else. Gad, pick one of the Heat players that played tonight and talk about them.
First and foremost, I have to answer for my crimes, so I'm going to answer Ben's question. He said, why does he own that? Who did he dress up as for Halloween? At my high school, there was actually, I think it was either International Day or Africa Day, and a fellow Nigerian actually brought a bunch of different things for a bunch of different kids to wear.
Fellow Nigerian?
Oh, no.
That's why I have
you white wolf, Gad.
Man, full court press was just taking off, too.
Yeah, let's try and get you to talk about a player. I missed you guys so much. Go ahead, Gad. Talk about a player, bro.
Off the rails.
Gabe Vincent. I don't have to. I mean, dude, he looked like Damian Lillard today. He took all of Dame's powers.
Yeah.
All of it. What am I supposed to say? Like, he just ups. This is a historic upset, and it was spearheaded by Gabe fucking Vincent. What more do you need to know?
This is also very true. Yeah, you're probably going to be canceled by tomorrow.
Tonight.
Ariel,
Oh well. Sorry, guys.
it's okay.
By the way, I do want to add to that though. One thing out of basketball sense, I'm sorry I have to bring it in, but
Please get us back on track, please.
I do think it's kind of funny how Gabe Vincent started as a straight, catch and shoot guy shooter. We didn't see that throughout the season. And after the season, when he was talking to media, he said that he tweaked his jumper mid-season. And I think that's a big reason why that just wasn't falling throughout the season. When he tweaked his jumper, he was trying to adjust. He was trying to find different things to get going when he got playing time. And now after a couple months, we're seeing it come together. And I think that's what you saw today. I don't think that was a fluke thing. I just think you saw a complete jumper after, months of training.
Well, another thing to that note, you saw Nigeria running a couple of dribble handoffs to kind of gave some of those shots. So you saw Mike Brown taking a page out of Spo's book. Ariel, pick a player, talk about him.
Okay, so I touched on Precious a little bit earlier. So I guess I'll go KZ Okpala, actually, because dude is listen, hey, Ricky, you went in on KZ earlier. It's my turn. Dude still looks kind of lost on offense, right? Like the tools are all there, but it just feels like every time KZ has the ball, or even if he doesn't have the ball, like he's just kind of running around out there and you don't really know what he's doing. And I don't think he knows what he's doing. So, that's one of the things I was looking for going into this game was like to see how KZ was used, see if they'd use him on the ball and how he looks with the ball in his hands. And it kind of just felt like more of the same in terms of what we saw over the last year for the Heat. So I wasn't particularly encouraged with his performance. I like that Mike Brown, trusts him enough to put him on like KD down the stretch in big possessions. So I guess that's one positive to take away from his performance, but otherwise more of the same, just, a lot of raw talent, but just kind of doesn't know what to do with it.
So I think that's only for the offensive end. I think he played one hell of a game defensively. I think he was really good defensively, actually. Yeah. And Mike Brown kind of alluded to it when they were asking him about him. It's like he has defensive player of the year potential. And so he kind of used him in that way where he put him on the most effective offensive players for it. And maybe he was part of the reason why the U.S. struggled to get into offense as consistently. But you're absolutely right, bro. He's a shit show on offense, bro. That was a beautiful moment, too, at the end of the game. Bam should not be smiling after losing like that. But I guess if you're going to be happy for another team, be happy with a team of three of your teammates. Ricky, you're going to go last. You're going to go last in this exercise. So we already got Gabe, Vincent, and KZ Okpala out the way. Brady Hawk, you get to choose the next one.
Yeah, I touched on Precious a little bit before, but I think Bam, we saw what he can do with a point guard. I think that's the thing we're always going to come back to. We saw early on him receive the pocket pass and get into the jumper. That's the thing we're always going to talk about. To get into a bit more X's and O's, they were running stuff where he wasn't just handing it off every play. He was running double drag, and every time he got in there, he was basically ending in points, either a pass or a bucket. I think it comes back to just the way of utilization for this Heat team. If they just utilize him in the right way, and he's confident enough, to receive the ball and make a play out of it, which I think he is, then it's going to be really positive for this upcoming season.
Fabulous. So I got Gabe Vincent, we got KZ Okpala, excuse me, we got Bam Adebayo. You get Precious Achiuwa, Ricky.
Okay, so am I on? Okay, good. Can we talk about the fact that I think someone already mentioned the fact that Precious Achiuwa looked like he gained like 30 pounds of muscle and grew about 2 inches. Yeah. And this was like the one play, or the two plays. There were two plays. There was one when he pretty much sent KD back to Brooklyn, and there was when he hit that three on Bam, where Bam gave him all that room, thinking they still had Heat jerseys on, and he hit that three. Now, look, I don't know how much he's going to be working on that outside jumper this summer, but as I was saying throughout the season, if Precious can develop any form of a jumper out there where he can be at least even remotely reliable, it'll be a lot easier for Spo to stop playing him out of position. So if he continues to grow in this role, I think we saw tonight what happens when you give a guy like Precious, KZ, or maybe even Gabe a summer league, because this is basically going to be their summer league. We'll see how they grow and develop heading into next season. It was encouraging.
Precious Achua is a 3-point shooter now.
Duncan's expendable.
Stretch big. You hear me?
Trade him for Lonzo. It's over.
Y'all catch that shot where it was before the ball was inbounded, I think, coming out of a timeout, and Bam and Precious, like the camera pans to Bam and Precious, they're standing right next to each other, and Precious legit looks like
He's
couple
taller
of
than
positions taller and wider, everything. Like, dude put on some size for sure.
Yeah.
It looks like he's been in the gym.
No, absolutely. So you like to see that kind of development from the players. Let's get to the Team USA thing though, because I don't know if we're going to have too many games where KD shoots like this or where the offense is as ineffective. But we did see a couple of flaws with the team as currently constructed. They have a size issue in terms of rebounding, and that's going to happen when your big men are Bam, Draymond, and Kevin Love. And they also had a little bit of an issue containing the guards. Was I the only person to see that? Everybody kind of just give me your thoughts on what you saw from the Team USA. We'll start with Brady this time.
Yeah, I think one of them is trying to get Damian Lillard to stay on him, and then they were just trying to help. And guys like Bam and Draymond were able to step up. We saw, I think Draymond had more stare downs than points. But Bam and Draymond and those guys played well defensively. Kevin Love getting put on an island did not look good. I think that was something, we were looking at Kevin Love, if a Sexton deal was to come back, and it was a kind of a place to look at Kevin Love. You look at some of those possessions where he's, spacing out the floor on Precious Achua and cannot stay in front of him, and they're drawing fouls. I don't think that's a positive sign. I think if Spo's watching that, I don't think he wants that in his offense. His defense, I just don't think that's a positive thing. And other than that, they're going to have to – I think this is probably going to be one of the quicker teams, one of the better teams overall, that they're going to be able to penetrate the ball and shoot the ball the way they did. And another thing about Nigeria is that they basically beat Team USA with the Heat's offense. And it's kind of crazy to say that we always look at Miami's offense as a bad thing at times, but they basically just spammed dribble handoffs and pin downs the whole game, and it worked. So I think it's more about, we have to talk about expanding Bam's game in a Heat sense more than we talk about just totally changing a Heat offense.
Ricky, give me your thoughts on Team USA.
Yeah, Team USA had more than enough offensive firepower to score at least 120-something points. I'm not sure they scored 100. Did they score 100? I don't remember seeing a triple digits.
The score is on the ticker, Ricky.
Is it
87?
Oh, see, I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was trying to look at some clips.
There is no box score, bro.
Yeah, they only the actual game. They only scored 87 points. They only scored 87 points, which Pop. No, there's no reason why you shouldn't have scored that. But granted, it's an exhibition. I will say this though about Team USA. I am intrigued by how Zach LaVine would look under I don't want to say competent, but I wonder what he would look like under Spoelstra's offensive and defensive schemes. I am intrigued by him all of a sudden. I mean, he wasn't hot. He wasn't the first on my list, but I mean, he's obviously unavailable. But
that's a pretty interesting topic, though, because it's been something that Adam has been talking about forever. And I saw Alana. I saw Alana kind of mention it, kind of like what would it look like, because the way they're using Zach LaVine is as one of their primary like defensive tools for Team USA. And Alana was kind of mentioning it, like, what would he look like in a team that plays positionless defensively as well as offensively? So it was very interesting to see. And I mean, I like what you're talking right there, Ricky J. Mark, about Zach LaVine and Miami Heat, even though that's something that we should think about next year and not this one. Ariel, give me your thoughts on Team USA.
I think we're a little bit too measured on here. I don't know if y'all forgot since we've been away for a little while, but what we generally do on these post-game shows is we overreact and we get emotional and go crazy about everything. So I just want – all right, let's do it.
I told y'all pregame. I told y'all pregame. My son is asleep right next to me, so I'm trying to temper that. But I'm in full panic mode. Just go ahead.
I'm not interested in tempering it. Like, that was one of the worst losses in Team USA international play history. I don't care if it's an exhibition game. I don't care if it's a tournament game. that was a bad loss. Like, they were leaking points everywhere. Anytime that the Nigeria guards get into essentially below the 3-point line, like, Team USA's defense is reacting. Everybody's rotating, and they're missing. They're getting beat on the skip pass and the kick out pass, and it's just leading to open three after open three after open three. And it was really discouraging, man. Like, the defense looked really bad. And then on top of that, you should be able to score. Like, you have so much individual talent on that team. You don't need to have a system in place to be able to beat a team that you're so much more talented than, but you just shouldn't need that. Like, you should be able – Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum. Yes, Carmick Beard. I am Canadian, but I was born in the
They didn't qualify.
Oh, did they? My bad. I listen. Hey, stop trying to get me off track here. I don't care about Team Canada. No, man, but like, they have enough individual talent that, like, they just should be able to win this game going away. And so these Bam at the 5 teams just constantly being really bad at rebounding is a little bit concerning and should continue to signal to the Heat what I would imagine they already know, and that they need more size in the lineup. So that's another takeaway. But, man, that's a really bad loss. Like, I don't want to play it off like it doesn't matter. That's embarrassing.
To your defensive point, though, I think Drew's going to be getting a good amount of playing time once he gets there, because you're talking about the issues they had. He plugs all of that.
Containing the ball. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, he's the defensive point guard for this team. And we're forgetting there are 3 players that are going to be on this team who won't be. So we won't be seeing Darius Garland or Sadiq
Worst
Bey.
player on the court tonight. Darius Garland was terrible.
Bro, he made one shot and that was it. Gag, give me your thoughts on Team USA.
I just thought the energy was really, really poor. Like, they got punched in the mouth earlier in the game, and they were kind of just like, oh, we'll come back at some point. And yeah, they started missing shots, whatever. But like, credit to Nigeria. They honestly showed up, and they kept going the entire game. I just want to get to Ben's comment. I'm about to start laughing because that is absolutely hysterical.
That's not the citizenship he applied for, by the way.
Yeah.
No, the comments are on fire tonight. But I'm excited to watch Nigeria. I know you wanted me to talk about Team USA, but like, I think they'll turn it on at some point.
No, shut up. We're going to talk about Nigeria next. So talk about Team USA.
I think Team USA is going to be fine. I thought their energy was very, very poor today. They're still missing a few pieces. To Brady's point with Drew, that is definitely going to help a lot because you've seen Drew Holiday. I mean, the beast defensively. But their offense was completely out of sync.
He's Chris Paul or Devin Booker.
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I was talking about Drew Holiday.
Yeah, no, It doesn't matter. I'm done with you talking about American basketball. Talk about
Okay,
Nigeria like you want to. We're going another way. Talk about Nigeria.
Oh, that's me? I thought you
No,
said go
yeah.
back around.
No, I was going back. We're talking about Gad, but his internet froze again. Gad, are you alive? Blink.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. So, Gad. So now you can talk about Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay.
So, wait. Can I ask you a question first?
Go ahead.
See, he's been doing too much.
Slowly.
Bro, listen, bro. He's been doing too much full court press lately, where he get to talk whenever he want to. He must have forgot how this works. Gad,
Let him know.
So Nigeria kind of like even the commentators were talking about it. Nigeria has a legitimate chance if they can play the U.S. like this. They have a legitimate chance to win their pool as well as medal in these Olympics upcoming. So I want you to talk some about the potential that you saw from Nigeria and what you expect to happen with them moving forward.
They're ridiculously well coached. They have a decent crop of NBA talent on their team, and they're not scared of anybody. So yeah, I think Nigeria is definitely a threat to medal in these Olympics. I don't think any team should be taking them lightly. But at the same time, Manny, throw up that graphic, please. We got to talk about the Nigerian team.
Oh,
So these are the stats for tonight. Here are the stats for tonight.
are back.
I love
I don't want to mispronounce this. So can someone please pronounce the first word for me?
Naja.
Naja minutes. Okay, so we got Naja minutes. The orange/gold bar would be Gabe Vincent. He was clearly the best player on the floor after he hit that first 3 in the first quarter. Precious Achiuwa at one point peaked and was the best player on the floor when he swatted Kevin Durant. KZ was between a competitive international player and he was just meh at some points. And Bam was American, so obviously he comes last. And tonight, the Naja boys win. And they showed out, and they're going to be a threat in these Olympics. I think everybody should start taking them seriously, and they're going to be a really fun team to watch.
Boys,
Yeah,
huh?
first of all, you have two things that you need to address. You have to answer for your crimes in terms of what you did to Bam Adebayo, and then now that I've seen it, go ahead and pay Miami Grill too in the middle of this.
Well, I don't think it's a crime. Bam chose to play for Team America,
Team America.
and
Oh man.
Team Nigeria was maybe the right choice. So that's all I'm going to say.
Okay,
If Team Nigeria was at full strength, I'm just saying that team would be absolutely loaded, by the way.
And
They're missing a
maybe-
lot of guys.
and maybe Team Nigeria was at almost at full strength because they ate at Miami Grill, a proud sponsor of the Five Reasons Sports Network and the post game show. Blah blah blah, yakety yak. We haven't seen our money since last month, so I'm not gonna do no more than that. So thank you, Brian Drake, for the
these devils.
$5 dono. Hey, y'all know how the boy is. I care about my money. Ethan, if you got a problem, you can fire me. So he said Mefa. I have no idea what that word says.
I agree, though.
MEFA. But yeah, 100% for them $5, bro. You are the most right person at the moment. Until you're wrong. Now go ahead, Ariel. You can talk about Nigeria and what you expect from them moving forward in the Olympics.
Real quick, does anybody have the group that they're in? Because I think it was something like Germany, Australia, and Italy, I think.
Yeah, you're right. So Germany only has what's the one dude who balled his ass off the last time? Italy only has Danilo Gallinari, and but yeah, you have the teams right. You have the teams correct.
Okay, so I think
Mother-
they have as good a shot as anybody at winning that group. Like, I think they very well might win that group. Like Gad said, they're super well coached. I think Mike Brown is a very good coach, especially for the international game. He gets those guys to, I mean, in the one game sample size that we have to go off of, to play really hard. And they are unafraid of anybody, it seems like. I mean, what other team can you play that, you know, a team you might be more afraid of? Team USA is on paper by far the best team in the world, and they went out there and took it to them. Like, they were trailing for a lot of that first half, right? And then all the way through the midpoint of the third quarter, and they just kept with it. They just kept coming back and hitting open three after open three. And they played harder than Team USA. I think these are things that, you know, will translate going forward. I'm pretty high on them. I think they win their group.
I'm sorry, that King Tut comment took me out. But Alana said she can confirm that Ethan is okay with this. Hey, look, Miami Grill, bro. Y'all gonna have to deal with the boy because y'all one of the people who pay me, bro. So hey, look, if y'all ain't sending that money in, then I got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no belly.
slap the shit out of you. That's right.
you know what time it is, bro. Ain't no goddamn belly plugs. Ain't no goddamn the works. Ain't no if you making it, we craving it. None of
I
that
must
shit.
have forgot where Royal's from.
I'm
I get my food from
Pompano
BurgerFi.
on Atlantic Avenue, where they got the other Miami Grill that I
No,
went to.
Atlantic Boulevard.
That's definitely what it's called, Gaddy. Yeah, I've been drinking a little bit of that Biscayne Bay Brewing, the primary sponsor of the Five Reasons Sports Network. Try their Miami Pale Ale, their Marlins Lager, Tropical Bay IPA. I ain't seen no money from y'all last either, just being honest with you. So I ain't really finna plug none of that shit. Go
That's why I
ahead,
don't
Ricky. You can
drink.
talk about bro. You can talk about Nigeria too, bro.
I mean, let's see. We covered Gabe Vincent. We covered Precious Achua. I think at this point, Nigeria, and I know someone may have touched on this briefly, but I think this team has the potential to outwork their way into a medal. If this game is any indication, I think at some point you're going to see them gel even more. Jalil Okafor, who I think it might have been you, Royal, that said this a little earlier, who was away due to a family tragedy. Once he gets worked back into the rotation, that'll be one more asset for them to play with up front. And if there's one thing we know about players that play in the paint internationally, yeah, they're not, they don't.
They don't live.
Weak. Yeah, they don't live.
Okay,
Exactly.
I was just waiting for you to say it.
Yeah, I was looking for a way to say it without basically calling them a bunch of.
Okay.
So yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, I think Nigeria has a real chance of surprising some folk in this competition because they've got a lot of NBA players. You know, it's a shame that Canada didn't make it, and I promise this is not a shot at Ariel because they did have a lot of NBA talent. No, put it back on me. I'm talking. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, ego. Yeah, but at this point, you know, Nigeria has a lot of NBA players, and they have every reason to make a real run at this.
So yeah, my boy Pride by Pat TV said LeBoy not feeling good about them sponsors right now. And you damn straight. He also said that he missed his show. We miss it too. It's just the Heat ain't played it too much, so I'm not gonna be on here every goddamn day talking about other shit. Brady, talk about Nigeria and how far you think that they can advance based off of what you saw tonight.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I did see was that I think they went 14 deep, which is the interesting part about this team, that you don't know who's closing. You don't know who's going to be on the floor at certain moments. Like we saw KZ Paula did not play for a good portion of time. Then all of a sudden he's on the court guarding Kevin Durant on the last possession where everybody knows Kevin Durant is getting the ball. That's impressive for, where he's at in his career, what he's done. Even with the praise that he's getting, I think it's, actions speak louder than words when they're able to do that in that type of game. And we talked about the level of, how big that game is for them. That's pretty big for them. And I think like we saw the constant subbing, I think Gab mentioned the coaching that was so good. That was a big key right there. They knew which guy fit what scenario. Gabe Vincent was just constantly interchanging. He came out in that last possession. I think they can go far just with that, type of play style, and 14 guys being able to beat you constantly and knock down threes at that rate is just hard to compete with.
Brady, I like how succinct you are in your answers. People usually talk for like 25 minutes when I throw them the mic, so it's kind of catching me off guard. Thank you, Francisco Gonzalez. Oh man, I wasn't talking about you only, Ricky J. Mark. God, I would never even do that on a live stream. Right now in your face. Thank you, Francisco Gonzalez, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, "Hey, that international basketball don't abide by NBA rules. Don't sleep on European teams." Look,
no, he said with. He said with. He
don't
said
sleep with it. Oh, okay. That's
like
what your comment was about.
The one time Royal doesn't read exactly what it says on there.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
obviously, because I don't regularly fuck up people's names on this show. But no, I thought that was one thing that somebody here would have brought up, which is Nigeria isn't even. They weren't even in the conversation with one of the teams that we would have to face in order to win the gold this year. So we're talking about Kevin Durant winning his third gold medal to tie him with Carmelo Anthony, and we're not even acknowledging the fact that Nigeria isn't on the same level as like France and Argentina, or teams that are like legitimately stacked with talent that can compete and even beat the USA based off of what we thought. Any thoughts on that? I'll just lob that up. Anybody can take that.
I think continuity
true.
could be a big issue for the U.S. team, because these teams, they play like relatively often. They have like the European championships and whatever. Damn, bro, you got Simps now. That's crazy.
I've been had Simps, folks. I've been on that.
Well, they're getting vocal tonight because we're off the rails. But I think continuity is probably going to be the biggest problem for the U.S. team. Like, you can go into schematics, but talent-wise, they should be able to win. But if they aren't able to gel together, then they are going to be susceptible to multiple teams beating them. I don't think it'll just be like one specific team. There'll be a few teams. I think the talent gap is slowly starting to bridge itself, where there's going to be multiple NBA guys on a lot of different teams, as opposed to, I think the last time the U.S. played Nigeria, there was one NBA guy on their team. So they definitely have more, and there's going to be more teams like Nigeria that are just on the up and up and better than we expect.
Yeah, so somebody said, what's Royals OnlyFans? My OnlyFans is this fucking super chat. You put money in there, and I give it to everybody who shows up on this show. I don't know what else to talk about. We've been going for like 30 minutes. And, I'm out of practice, bro. I'm a little lax on. I've been taking a vacation like the goddamn Heat. So who got something that they want to talk about from this game or from the Olympics or in general? Anybody want to talk about the Bam tampering, like how he should be tampering during these Olympics?
The NBA watches this show, so no snitching.
The NBA watches this show.
We have a wide viewership, Royal. Yeah,
bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I don't think Adam Silver has seen me once. Now, Pat Riley, on the other hand, I know that boy got to know about me as much shit as I've been talking about Tyler Hero. Did that boy get cut from the select team?
That's actually exactly where I wanted to go. Royal, I wanted to know what you think of guys like Dakota Mathias, who was it? Josh Maggette, obviously Darius Garland, John Jenkins, yes,
Sam Reynolds,
being promoted ahead of Tyler Hero. Royal, what do you think?
I've never heard of one of those fucking guys that you ever mentioned in my life, but it sounds about right if it's Tyler Hero that we're talking about. Trade that motherfucker for Darius Garland. Like, I don't give a fuck what we got going on.
James Garland.
I said Darius, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I'm right. You're wrong, Ricky. I'm always right on this show. Ask Gad. Take
That's
notes from
adorable.
Gad.
I don't
Okay?
remember the last time Royal was wrong.
Thank you. Except for
Doesn't
when
never
I said
happen.
the Heat. Except for when I said the Heat gonna blow that shit out. Wrong multiple
The Heat-
times on that.
you were
occasion.
right. You were right. The Heat were wrong. That's the difference.
Oh, you know what? I fuck. See, Gad flattery gets you everywhere, bro. And I told you this a million times, bro. Gad is an up and coming superstar in the 5 Region Sports Network. Make sure that you go ahead and you follow him at Gadiel Carter Heyman.
Man.
Make sure you follow Ariel Latias at Ariel Latias 2. Make sure you follow Ricky J Mark at Ricky J Mark. Make sure you follow Brady Hawk at Brady Hawk 305.
Yeah.
305.
Yeah, the boy is so good with these at names. And y'all don't have to follow me. I really don't give a shit, even though I got 1,300 followers and I'm an influencer, bro. I just want to put that out. Bro, I don't know what else to talk about, bro. I miss you guys. What have y'all been talking about
I
while
do
y'all
have-
It's good to be back.
I do have a receipt from something I tweeted earlier today. They called me crazy once again. They called me crazy.
Pull
Man,
it
if
up,
you want to go ahead and throw that up, one of my tweets
You know,
from earlier.
it's a few second delay. Oh no, that's when Manny not here. You know,
I think
Manny.
Manny- Yeah, it'll get up there at some point. But I was hyping up Precious Achua because I woke up feeling dangerous today, and once the graphic comes up, we'll talk about it. I guess.
You feel me? The boy, Emmanuel Chain, super producer. He said, "Wait,
Yeah.
which one?" I'm exposing us in the private chat. Manny don't know what graphic Gad talking about, and then Gad telling him the Precious one. I don't know what he talking about, but I guess he had something to say about Precious. Gad feeling like Thanos. They called me a madman.
I tweeted out that meme during the game because I truly felt like I felt like I got all 6 Infinity Stones. This is at 1:10 p.m. Tweeting this a few hours early. If I'm Pat Riley and a team calls me asking for Precious Achua, I'm laughing, hanging up the phone.
Timestamps, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you
1:10
doing?
p.m.
Are you doing that while you're packing your bags, or?
While you're three-weighing Sam Presti on the call, or
Oh, thank God! You had me in the first half, Ariel. You had me in the first half.
got away with words.
Hey,
I'm
first
just
of all, Precious Achua blocked Kevin Durant. I don't know anybody who y'all talk about trading for who has done that in the Olympics. Okay,
So did the 3-point line.
so I also made a tweet that I didn't send to Manny to put up, but as of right now, Gabe Vincent is the best player in the world.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have nothing that can argue otherwise.
nobody does. I got the stat sheet right in front of me. Gabe Vincent scored 87 points, and that's all we got to say about that. Brady Hawk, you usually have basketball shit to talk about, bro. Make us talk about basketball. I don't know what to do here.
Point
I
of
don't know what to
attack.
do with my hands.
Well, if we're talking,
There it is.
That's great.
Wow.
well, if we're gonna go back to basketball, because I guess that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, basketball.
I think speaking of Precious, I just think from a basketball perspective, I think we could learn something about how he's used.
She's been
What's
firing
Facebook?
shots all night.
Folk, I
It's
ignore a lot
before
of
you were born,
regular-
Brady.
He said, "What's Facebook?" God damn, bro.
It's like
That's why I
MySpace, but different.
Dark, dark place.
That's where I live my life, guys.
Udonis Haslam uses it.
Ethan found me on Facebook, bro.
That says all you need to know.
I wasn't on Twitter, bro. I was on Twitter, but I wasn't using it. But go ahead, Brady. How you were talking about basketball? I'm sorry.
No, I think if they're finding any way, if they think they're going to work Precious in, which I think they're going to try to find a way eventually, but obviously they're going to try to find a backup big and probably a guy next to Bam. But I'm looking at this game. I think there's different ways to use him than what they did. They were using him at like the elbow, like they do Bam. Even though he shot that 3, I don't think that's where he shines most. I think he should have been the dunker spot a bit more, and he could have been utilized in that way, especially with the way Nigeria was attacking. And I think that's where Precious can thrive. I think in a Heat sense, no, I'm not done with that already.
That's a lie.
Give him 10 minutes.
Yeah, we got to close this out first. But I do think if they use him in that way, where they could use him as the dump off guy and just as a rim runner, which is what they thought Bam was when they drafted him, I think that's where he could thrive, and I think they could use that in some way if he just expands a bit more.
I like that.
I agree with that.
Karmic B said, "How many months did it take Ethan to find me on Facebook?" Ethan found Roy under a Russian friend. It's only 5 miles away. No, it's because I'm in this group, my favorite group on Facebook, Miami Heat Source Destination, and sometimes I cause a ruckus in there with as I'm prone to do. I caused a ruckus in there just by talking. And so he saw me in there. It took him like maybe a month or so to respond to me aggravating the shit out of him, I think. I don't know. Let's talk about how you guys got on 5 Reasons. I think I know all of your stories individually, but I have nothing else to talk about. And let's waste these last 5 minutes because I ain't paying no more fucking bills. Brady Hawk.
Yeah, I want to get
How did
Brady's
you-
origin story.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Brady. And you can say Alphonse Sidney if you want to.
Yeah, I was at a Heat game and I was walking out and I saw Alphonse Sidney. Just kind of started talking to him and I didn't even know, I never wrote before. I just started writing just to do it, just to kind of just mess around on here, and then I just started doing it for real, started doing it more, and that's it.
So Ben said Ethan found Royal on Facebook and then found Gad at the local NCAACP branch.
He was
That's
sitting
funny.
next to Rachel Dolezal.
Oh my God, bro. Ricky, how did you get on 5 Reasons Sports?
How did I get? Oh, I mean,
How were you found? How were you discovered, bro? A lot of people want to get on 5 Reasons Sports, so they're gonna DM Ethan and not hear back from them.
Well,
So-
I mean, Ethan and I, we've been following each other for quite some time now. I mean, I've been with or supporting the network since it was just him and Chris Whittingham. So once all this happened, I was like, all right, cool. Not very exciting. I'm
it's not
as
at all.
OG. I'm as OG as one could possibly be when it comes to.
I don't know who was here first. I know Brady and Ricky were both here before me. Which one of you got here first?
I've been here for a while.
Yeah, Ricky was here.
Ricky was here before you? Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank you, Christian
2018.
Cardus, for the 199. He said Facebook group. Use this to make a Discord boomers. No, but the Facebook group is 5RSN Heat. I got Jonathan Ramakan kind of heads that project. But yeah, we got to make sure if you on Facebook, all of you old people, 65 and up or whoever's still on Facebook, go in there, join that group. We posting all this shit and other shit on there. Ariel Latias and Gadiel Cartagena, your stories are pretty similar, but we're going to go ahead and split them up anyway. Ariel, how did you come to the 5 Reasons Sports family?
Sometime back in, I think January, late January maybe, Ethan sent out a tweet about if you were looking to become a contributor to 5 Reasons Sports, DM Adam Barai. So I did just that. Adam hit me back, said that he had listened to my podcast, and next thing I know, we're doing a Zoom call, and he's putting me through some simulations and whatnot, asking me my craziest heat takes. They were dead wrong, and I don't know why on earth I got brought on here, but here we are.
What kind of simulations?
He just asked. We did interviews. Like me and
Yeah.
Adam went through several people where we were interviewing people, just kind of asking them shit. Like it was probably, I think Adam did like 60 something interviews by himself, or like in total, or just people that he was talking to, screening or whatever, talking to him, whatever. But yeah, it was a pretty rigorous process. I had a friend that I brought on there that didn't make the cut. Goddamn, yeah. I mean, Adam had a friend on there that didn't make the cut. So we brought in a lot of people. But Gad, how did you get on 5 Reasons Sports, bro?
So my story is a little bit similar to Ariel's. I DM'd that same message that Ariel was talking about. I DM'd Adam. He responded to me. He sent me a Zoom link at like 1 p.m. one day, and it was pretty easy. All he asked for was the front and back of my credit card and my social security number. And like after that, I was in, right? Like I've been good. I haven't had any money since, but I'm chilling. So I get to talk on here. I get to do stupid things. I promise I'm not this out of pocket every single night. I don't know why, but Nigeria just brings out the best in me.
Oh, somebody say, Alana said, ask Adam Barat about her interview. Well, if Adam ever comes in here, we'll ask him about it. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. So the funny thing about it is I did some of the interviews with Adam, but I didn't do all of them. I didn't do Gaz and I didn't do Ariel's, but I did see their videos. Like he showed me their videos and asked me what I thought about them, and it was pretty dope. So I appreciate it. Oh, Team Tiger, is that my guy Adam Barai? Not showing his face.
He's always ready. He's always ready.
God.
I'm ready.
Oh, Adam, go ahead and tell us about Alana's interview.
I never interviewed her. I never interviewed her. That wasn't me.
Who interviewed Alana?
Michael.
Michael. So tell us about it.
Oh no, that can't end well. I just
Wow.
can't.
Oh, it was me and Michael. We both interviewed her.
The
She
story
doesn't
changes.
call it an interview. She calls it just like a conversation between three friends.
Okay.
So I'm lying. Okay, apparently I'm lying.
Yeah, you are. Before you
I
continue,
would-
thank you, Christian Carter's for the $1.99. Don't know. He said he gave Gad his routing number to get on the show.
It's really easy to get on. All I need is I need the last 4 digits of your social security number, your last name, your home address, insurance, all that good stuff. And you're in. It's easy.
But yeah. Oh, Adam, I got a story. You tell them about how you interviewed me to become a member of the Clutch Academy. I'm exposing all this shit tonight. We got a Clutch Academy, guys.
I didn't
Go
interview.
ahead.
Academy?
No, you did
On
not.
my resume?
You did not. You did not interview me. So please tell them how I got aboard the Clutch Academy.
Oh, okay. So I just DM'd Royal one day, and we had never talked before. And I said, Royal, I'm doing a show. I want you on there with me. And he just said, okay, right. And then 5 minutes before we went on our first Clutch Corner, yeah, that was his face. Right before our first Clutch Corner, I said, you're the host. Do whatever you want. And we just went on from there. It's the same story as every
I can confirm that as well. I can confirm.
Manny
Thank
was
you.
producing.
Yeah, Manny was producing, and then like even this, I don't know why I'm doing this now, bro, because I should just end the show since we're done talking about basketball. But I haven't talked to you guys in a long time, so I feel like doing this. So even with the post game show, like there was never like a concrete plan after Alf left as to who was going to host this shit. So it was kind of like, huh?
No concrete plan. I'm
There
the
was
man
not-
with the plan.
No, you were involved in the post game show prior to that. Like it wasn't at the beginning of the season. Yeah, at the beginning of the season, it was just kind of like, who the fuck's gonna host? And I was like, shit, I tried. And so I was co-hosting with David Fernandez. I don't know where the fuck he is or where he went. So
A lot of
he
people have
left.
gone missing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So after that, I was like, shit, more camera time for me. As a matter of fact, Manny, I feel disrespected. Put me in the middle where Ariel at so I could be front and center in this shit. I don't know why you did that for real, Manny.
Hey, man,
But-
Nigeria won. We're all feeling confident.
Nas
now.
your boy,
Even
you know what I'm
Gad.
saying? I like being here. So this Christian Carter said that's the first time I've heard anyone on this network acknowledge Alpha on air in a minute. Bro, I was on
It's not like he's
Hangover
fucking Voldemort.
yeah, bro. I was on Hangover Time for their Pride Month kind of like special where they were giving away gifts and just kind of like that. Me and Greg was both on there, bro. Like I don't know what's wrong with people. Like I fucks with Alf, bro. That's my OG, bro. Like I fuck with Hangover Time and all that. I just rather y'all watch this. Just being honest with you. So I think I've gone too long. I'm a little too drunk and I'm telling a little bit too much. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guy Adam for jumping in here at the last 5 seconds like he always does. Ariel, Ricky, Brady, and Gadiel Cartagena. Thank you to Nigeria for putting Gabe, Vincent, KZ Akpala, and Precious Achua on the team so that we'd have something to talk about. And what are we drinking, Roy? We're drinking beer. Biscayne Bay Brewing beer, even though they ain't paying me my fucking money. So I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going to do this again for the Olympic Games.
Yes.
If you can say that all you want to, I don't know if I'll be here. But if you want to catch some basketball talk, Ariel periodically hosts spaces where all of us are on there. Full court press. They talk about all NBA all the time. What's up, bro?
I'm gonna cut you off right now. I am doing a post-game show by myself for every Nigeria and Egypt game.
Nobody gives a fuck about. I mean,
mean,
good job, Adam.
Thank you.
I care.
Wait, is
It's
Egypt
the
even
dawn
in?
of
Do they
civilization,
even have a
what you mean?
team? Do they have
Who, Egypt? Oh,
Yeah.
You're the Egyptian here, Adam. You should know. But
All I know is we have
Abdel Nader.
oh no, also for those of you who have been wondering, we will be doing Clutch Corner on Tuesday. Am I right? I guess
Sure.
not.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
sure.
yes.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought we had that plan, but yeah, the Clutch Corner will be on Tuesday, so it's going to be me, Adam, Alana Tahauer, and Michael Christian all doing. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I think it's the finals. Not really sure.
The Alana interview.
Alana, I don't interview Alana. We just take
hold on.
turns
Same.
cursing each other out.
Alana, okay, there was no interview. Alana just told us, "I am the perfect girl for this. You will put me on, and you're going to like it." And that was basically.
That sounds exactly like Alana Tahara walking around telling people what to do, even though nobody asked her for her opinion in the first place. So thank you all in the comments as always. Thank you, Christian Cardews, for the $1.99 buzzer beater donation. He said Miami Pale Ale, the official beer of Kevin Love. Kevin Love got this whole salt and pepper thing going on with his beer. He looks old as fuck, and especially on defense, except for that one possession where he stonewalled Precious Achua. But thank you all in the comments for making the show much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to everybody who joined me on the panel. We will see you guys. Yes, we are all Nigeria tonight, Marco Romo, and we will see you guys when we see you. Check us out on all the platforms. Just follow our Twitters and shit. Play the video, Manny.